Today I'll be reacting to the Teletubbies theory. I'm not really a big fan of the Teletubbies, but I also wanted to see like what really was going on when I was a kid. What about the Teletubbies was I really locked in about? Man, I'm a grown man. I'm unking out.
When I was a kid, this is I know backstory wrote just to intro.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll tell you more, bro. I'm yapping in the intro, bro. Just go ahead and stay and watch, bro. You'll see, bro. Bye! Follow me on Twitch. Don't forget to subscribe. Teletubbies low-key is equivalent to Barney, bro. I hate when big Muppets run around. Just be running around. Like Chuck E. Cheese, I'm low-key scared. I'm low-key scared of him. But I keep my cool because like my niece is scared of him, so I'm like, man, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? But the whole time I'm really scared of him for real. Like if I seen a Teletubby in real life, oh my god, I would literally freak out. By myself though.
Horrifying fate for
no
humanity.
Bullshit.
What if the sun was a baby?
Wait. Come on, bro. Get to the theory, bro. Get to the theory, bro. Wrap it up. Let's go. Like, this is too scary for me, bro. Jingly keys?
It's possible I went a little too far with this video. Teletubbies is essentially just jingly keys to distract babies. It's not like Blue's Clues or Magic School Bus where there is some semblance of a plot or conflict. Teletubbies is just kind of nothing. There is no substance to this show, which is understandable because it was made for literally 1-year-old babies.
What do they actually do, bro? Like, for real, for real.
I will now try and describe the plot of this show. Teletubbies are these weird-looking alien baby things that live in a bunker in Teletubby land, and they just kind of walk around doing nothing until a creepy speaker slowly comes out of the ground and tells them what to do.
No way. I don't remember. I don't know why this show was so peak back in the day. To be honest.
And there is also this giant sun baby thing that is constantly watching and laughing at them. And there is also a windmill that sends videos to their stomachs of just some random kids also kind of doing nothing for like 5 minutes.
Okay, what does this got to do with the world ending though? That's my question here. What does it got to do with the world ending?
And it is so boring and by far the worst part of this show. And then when they're finally done with it, they literally just watch the exact same video again. Because all this show is trying to do is just waste time distracting babies with jingly keys for as long as humanly possible.
You know,
and I have watched so much Teletubbies for this video, and I hate it.
That's who you're scared of. Yes, I'm scared of niggas that take their helmets off at the middle of the day, just have a cigarette to, yes.
Also, there's a vacuum cleaner named Nunu that looks like he's constantly in pain.
But I'm saying, like,
Nunu is my favorite character because I can relate to him. And look, I get it. This is a baby show, I am not the target audience, and hopefully neither are the people watching this video. There is clearly no actual lore or world building here for me to discuss. 9 years ago, I even made another parody video of dark, edgy Teletubby theories. Now why don't we watch a little bit of Teletubbies and see what we find? We see the show using overstimulating vibrant colors to mimic the psychedelic effects of LSD.
But my thing is, it's like, he's running it back, and it's like, bro, I don't remember watching this as a 1-year-old baby, but I literally remember watching the show, and it was just like peak, bro. It was really literally passing the time by, and there was literally 4 random big things running across the screen, and I didn't even understand what was going on. There was no talking, there was no running, like it was just. Then they make that purple stuff.
That was just me making fun of.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, that purple stuff?
Try to analyze this baby stuff. Anyways, here's my genuine analysis of Teletubbies. Despite everything I have just said, I do believe that there is a way to make sense of every weird random detail in this show. And it starts by asking a very simple question. Where is Teletubby Land?
That vacuum would suck it up. Oh God.
Far away, Teletubbies come
Suck
to
it
play.
all up.
It looks like Earth with
D1
nature
Glazer.
and rabbits, but we never actually see any humans. For all we know, this could be some distant alien planet or magical alternate dimension. But we know Teletubbies do have some kind of connection to humanity. The weird speakers are constantly telling them to do human things, and they are constantly being sent videos of human children in the real world.
Hi.
I don't remember that being in the show.
And I feel like the intro
I
at
don't
the start
remember
of every
whenever they're
episode
like,
does imply that Teletubby Land
you know what I mean?
is on Earth somewhere.
Over the hills and far away.
Over
I don't
the
remember the little
hills
kids being
and
in the
far
show.
away. They are telling us where the show takes place in relation to us,
Whoville
the viewer.
Place?
And to get there, we need to go over the hills.
So you're
that
saying
are...
this is like on some like Dr. Seuss is what you're saying? Is this Dr. Seuss? You think Dr. Seuss was like behind all this Teletubbies BS? Okay.
in our way, as opposed to like going through space or a magical portal, meaning Teletubby Land is likely on Earth. But this doesn't make sense, because Teletubby Land has a weird sentient baby face sun, but in the human videos, we can see that they just have a regular normal sun with no face. So if they're both supposed to be on Earth, then why is the sun different? Well, maybe it's not a question of where Teletubby Land is, but when. What if Teletubbies takes place on Earth in the future, sometime after the normal sun somehow grew a baby face? And if that sounds far-fetched, then take a closer look at these human videos. Now, in most kids' educational shows, these types of segments are like...
one is a kid show and the other is real life. Come on, look, bro. They're talking about future. Maybe because that's why they don't understand nothing, because they already understood everything. Or maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping.
Steve gets sent mail from children who are fans of the show and say, "Hi, Steve, I love Blue's Clues."
Look, it's a letter from our friends.
Hi, Steve. Let's go see my classroom.
Kids will never understand that peak.
485 episodes of both the original and 2015 revival of Teletubbies.
485 episodes of Teletubbies?
Ever acknowledge the fact that these videos are being sent to Teletubbies?
Hello, my name's Daniel. Hello, I'm Stephanie.
They never even say the word Teletubby, which feels like a very weird, deliberate choice. For all intents and purposes, these are just random videos of humanity that could have been made long before Teletubbies ever even existed. And this all gets a lot more interesting when we take a look at the most recent Netflix Teletubbies reboot from 2022.
He went so far back
Over
to
the
Netflix.
hills and far away, Teletubbies come to play.
And they don't even play for real. They just be running around in circles playing tag.
Time for Teletubbies.
This reboot makes a couple very interesting changes to the show. One of them
Anybody watch this shit? Has anybody watched the reboot to the Teletubbies? Because, bro, I don't recall they had a reboot. You know what I'm saying? Out of 485 episodes, I might have seen that I could really recall is probably like 20 episodes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know they did a reboot. Exactly.
To the human video segments.
Oh, Dipsy.
They're YouTube?
Hi. Hi there. Hi.
Instead of just a couple random kids out in the world, these videos now take place inside of a single reoccurring location, with a woman named Julia who sings a song with a group of different children every episode.
You are a rocket, a super fast rocket, then run and touch a star.
So wait, you telling me Teletubbies, they ran around for 4 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Speakers called them to come and play. They came play, shook their tummy a little bit, and then another show popped up on their stomach, and then they just, so basically he was watching TV inside of a TV. Oh my god, genius. They're geniuses. Whoever made Teletubbies, you're genius.
And what's immediately different about these videos is that
we will watch it on another nigga's
in the
belly.
27 years of this show airing, there actually is a direct acknowledgement of Teletubbies from a human being. Julia's shirt clearly shows the 4 Teletubby heads, meaning these videos in particular are not from the past. They are being made explicitly for Teletubbies to watch, and the humans in these videos exist at the same time as the show, which obviously
You're not
begs the
listening.
question.
You're not listening. You're not listening. You're not listening. I was saying we would watch a group of babies run around, right? They call them on the speaker, come play, woot woot. They shake their belly, woot woot. They put another group of kids playing, which I'm calling the Teletubbies babies, but they put another set of kids playing inside their stomach and they'll zoom out. Now I'm talking about this thing in the video. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect you. That's my fault then. That's my fault. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, bro.
What does the
It
sun
got me all
look
over the
like
place,
for
bro.
these humans? Well, here's the strange thing about these
Just because she got that shit on her
videos.
shirt, it's
we
the
never
future
get
now.
to see the sun. In fact, the kids in these videos never actually go outside, which is very strange when you compare that to the years worth of previous human videos that are almost always outside. There does
Why don't you
seem
just
to be
ask Julia?
windows, but unlike the windows we see in previous videos or even in Teletubby Land, these are weirdly opaque, never actually showing us the outside world. The best we get is this obviously fake depiction of the sky on the ceiling. For some reason, these videos feel completely cut off from the outside world. Where are these people? Hang on a second.
Grown up?
What
the
if
fuck?
over the hills doesn't mean Teletubby Land is behind hills? What if Teletubby Land is literally over the hills, as in on top of them, and this room is somewhere deep underground, completely cut off from the outside world?
Did the Teletubbies just grabbed a couple of 15 kids and stuck them up under them, bro? The Teletubbies don't have time for that. And you don't think Julia would have fought back? You think Julia would have just been like, "Oh no, Teletubbies, you're taking me, you're taking my butt," and the little kids is like, "Okay, let's just follow Julia and just go into this little cave." Come on, gang, you're making stuff up, bro.
And if that seems too far-fetched, remember where the speakers come from.
The ground. This nigga is sick. So you saying the whole time that was Julia? Okay, buddy.
The Tubby bye-bye. Time for Tubby bye-bye.
They come from underground. The speakers with a human adult voice telling the Teletubbies what to do come from the same place where an adult woman wearing a Teletubby uniform makes videos. In the future world of Teletubbies, humanity lives underground. But why?
I'm not gonna lie, I
once again,
ain't gonna lie,
I
he
think
know how
this
to make money, bro. He know how to drag something out. This guy right here knows how to drag a video out. I tell you right now, dude. He worse than I'm Dante, bro. He's dragging it, bro. It's not that serious, bro. Then what the baby come from then? The baby son. Does the baby son on the screen where it come from underground too? That's dumb.
All has to do with the sun.
I'm saying it made more sense. This don't make no sense at all. Well, we are only on part 2. Let's see. The sun woke up. He dick riding the sun. I'm not gonna lie.
Imagine a world where everything
giving
is
pedo.
normal. You go to work, walk your dog, watch YouTube videos, but then, one day, suddenly, without any warning or explanation, the sun wakes up. You realize that the giant ball of gas in the sky that gave humanity life was actually a cosmic sentient being all along. But it's not some unknowable Lovecraftian Cthulhu entity. It's just a baby. Okay, that's
Did you see the
disturbing.
picture he had?
Sentient being all
Did you see the picture he had? Right.
along. But it's not some unknowable Lovecraftian Cthulhu entity. It's just a baby. Okay, that's disturbing, but so what? Well, our sun is already extremely volatile, constantly exploding and erupting with unstable solar flares that can release dangerous radiation towards Earth. Scientists even believe that we could be hit with a solar superstorm one day that could be devastating to human infrastructure.
Talking about a baby sun.
Now, imagine if all of that power was given to an unpredictable, moody baby. A baby that we know is very interested in watching and reacting to the denizens of Earth.
Boy,
In fact, we could even see that when the baby sun gets a little too excited, the brightness of the sun suddenly increases.
He's dragging.
So, when this baby first wakes up and opens its eyes and looks down at the people of Earth, what would it see?
People? What the fuck? Man, no, how marvelous.
That baby would immediately throw a massive tantrum. So if humanity went underground after this baby showed up, then I think it's because
you're telling
this
me the
baby
sun?
had...
Okay, hold on. So you're telling me, right? Hear me out. They're underground, right? Now that they're underground. So the sun, was there ever a sun in the reboot? Can somebody tell me, and Netflix that watched this Teletubbies reboot, was there ever a sun in the reboot?
Some kind of catastrophe.
If there was no sun, then he's making no sense.
Effect on the Earth, making the surface completely uninhabitable for humans. And if you don't believe me yet, remember those drawings of a smiling sun we kept seeing in the new videos?
I didn't even notice that.
There actually is just a single episode of the reboot that shows a drawing of a sun without a face.
It's the main character.
What's interesting is that it also shows people and a car and maybe even a police officer below the sun. Unlike the drawings with the smiling sun that only ever show grass and flowers and no signs of humanity, just like Teletubby Land. These drawings are telling us that when the smiling baby sun came out, humanity disappeared. Yes, I believe that Teletubbies is set in a post-apocalyptic world where humanity was forced underground because the baby sun woke up. But then, what exactly are these weird creatures we see on the surface? Well, even if humanity could survive
now he's
underground
cooking?
forever,
Saying now
the
he's
sentient
cooking?
baby sun is still up there. If they're ever going to reclaim the surface world, or even just prevent an even bigger world-destroying tantrum, they need to address this problem. So, how do you appease an unpredictable, moody baby with unlimited power? You jingle keys in front of them. The humans created Teletubbies, 4 creatures that could withstand the dangers of the sun, and sent them to the uninhabitable surface to keep the baby sun entertained and calm for as long as possible. Teletubbies literally is jingly keys for...
Now he cooked. Now he cooked. Now he cooked. It makes sense now. They up there because they the keys to the streets. But if the keys wasn't to the streets, then that baby would have blew the whole bitch down. The whole bitch down.
For a baby! Every episode starts and ends with this baby. They are constantly cutting back to the sun's reaction every time the Teletubbies do something. Because the sun is the intended audience for this show. It's why everything the Teletubbies do is so heavily controlled by unseen humans.
He lost me again.
Showed Lala the tutor.
He lost me
This
again.
dumb baby show is actually a very high-stakes operation to protect what little remains of humanity. And if you still don't believe me, then let me ask you this. What are Teletubbies? They're
You
weird
just said it,
big
nigga.
baby things.
You just said it. He literally just said it. He said Teletubbies were built from humans. Like, he's dragging it.
That seem to have technology integrated into their bodies. But let's ask the creators of this show, what was the initial idea behind Teletubbies?
We decided we'd go to the Smithsonian and we saw the actual spacesuits of men who not that long ago walked on the moon. You know, isn't it amazing? There's all this technology and you look at them and they just look like babies with nappies on toddling about.
And they were basically NASA spacemen.
They were very easily surprised by things and fell over all the time, and when they were worried about things, they hugged each other.
They were based on astronauts, aka people sent by humanity in technological suits designed to withstand inhospitable environments. Once you compare moon landing footage
this is actually a crazy ass photo, no cap.
Inhospitable environments. Once you compare moon landing footage to Teletubbies, you can never unsee it.
Over the hills and far away, Teletubbies come to play.
Tinky Winky,
Winky Winky.
Dipsy, La La,
La la.
Po,
Oh.
Teletubbies.
Anybody, but they never went on space. So like, I'm sitting here like, they talk about space, bro. Nobody really touched space for real, and that was so fake. But like, that's another time that we could get real down to the nitty gritty. That I feel like nobody on Earth went to space. There's no absolutely shot. Because if somebody went to space, that means somebody touched the bottom of the ocean. But what is the bottom of the ocean? You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way we get crawfish from the bottom of the ocean. There's the, I mean, they the bottom feeders and stuff. But like, come on, gang. It's just too much.
And this is only the tip of the iceberg. Once you start viewing the show through this lens, everything that once seemed like weird, pointless nonsense suddenly takes on a whole new meaning. The Teletubbies live in a bunker-type structure beneath a hill, a shelter designed specifically to survive a harsh environment. The Teletubbies are surrounded by advanced technology that obviously these dumb baby creatures didn't make.
There you go, them smiley faces things.
The technology was made by humans to take care of and control their creations.
Just notice,
the windmill
was it like a pancake?
functions as some kind of signal tower to receive videos from the underground humans.
Right.
But it also works as a form of renewable energy in this world without any functioning human infrastructure. Teletubby Land itself is covered in plants, the only form of life that would be able to adapt and thrive in harsh sunlight. The Teletubby shelter has been completely covered in grass, and we see flowers suddenly popping up all the time.
It was a really big flower.
Don't they need water to grow?
Clearly, plants are thriving in this new sun baby world. Okay, but what about the rabbits? Why are they the only animal we see on the surface? It's not like rabbits are especially resilient to sunlight. Well, what are rabbits known for? Firstly, they are extremely fast breeders. They would be the perfect species to send to the surface to quickly repopulate the Earth's ecosystem. In fact, they are such fast breeders that apparently the crew filming the show kept having to pause the shoot because the rabbits kept having sex in the background. And secondly, rabbits are also commonly used by humans for laboratory testing and genetic modification. So maybe, much like the Teletubbies, these rabbits were genetically modified by humans to survive the surface world.
Or maybe they just found a perfect spot and the rabbits were already there and they just didn't want to remove the rabbits.
This theory wraps up a lot of loose ends about the original show, but once again, the 2022 Netflix Teletubbies reboot has some very interesting differences, and this is where things get a little more disturbing.
Oh, that shit's scary. That shit was scary as fuck. The others, what does that mean?
So the new Teletubbies reboot has 3 very interesting changes.
Never seen the reboot.
As I've already explained, the human videos are now with Julia in a post-Teletubby world. They no longer just show old random videos of humanity. Suddenly, everything is now custom-made for the Teletubbies. Second, there are now Teletubbies in the bunker.
What is that, Cocoa Melon? Come on, gang, it's Cocoa Melon, man. What? Okay, so red and pink must have. So red and pink made yellow. Red and green. I don't know how this shit.
These horrifying CGI monstrosities are new baby Teletubbies that just exist now with no explanation.
The Teletubbies were actually first introduced. The Teletubbies were actually first introduced in the 2015 reboot, but regardless, they're still making strange new development.
And finally, the strangest change of all.
It's on
Every
Netflix.
episode, the baby son has a completely new face.
Oh yeah, okay. So the faces are oh, they even got black babies, huh?
Why? What does this mean? All of these changes are so sudden and random, and none of them really fit into my theory. You guys don't understand. I
know, because your theory sucks. If you can't fit these babies into your theory absolutely is trash.
Hours and hours of this extremely boring baby show to try and make sense of this, and I almost gave up. But then, I finally found a single episode of Teletubbies that changed my entire view of this universe. Episode 56 of the 2015 revival called Twinkle Twinkle. In this single episode, for the first and only time in the over 500 episodes of Teletubby canon, it becomes night, and we watch the Teletubbies leave their bunker and look up at the night sky.
Oh, Tinky
This
Winky
nigga
saw a
watched
star.
every fucking... I'm just shocked, dude.
Tinky Winky, stop!
No
The
time
star
in the
was
world.
making music.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder.
Alright, don't get copyrighted.
There are other sentient stars out there.
Okay.
It's not just our sun. For all we know, all stars in this universe could actually be sentient. And second, the star has an adult voice. So this is likely what our baby sun will one day grow into. And finally, the most unsettling implication here is that other stars have begun to notice the Teletubbies. And suddenly, the 2022 reboot makes a lot more sense. Humanity's plan to use Teletubbies to entertain the cosmic horror baby sun worked, but it worked a little too well, because now they've started attracting other baby suns.
Okay, what does that mean?
This is a whole new problem for humanity, and 4 Teletubbies is not enough to appease all of these sun babies.
Oh, that's why they got the Twinkle
why
babies.
They've suddenly begun to create more. Suddenly, just watching old videos of humanity,
the more suns,
isn't
the
enough.
more
The humans below the
babies,
Earth have to
the
custom
more
make
babies.
higher quality videos with more children to keep the babies entertained. Humans are so desperate to meet the demands of all of these new sun babies that they are willing to do anything to appease them.
Just wait till you hear me say the words blast off, then run and touch a star.
Wait a second. Why would they be teaching children to touch the stars?
Then run and touch a star.
Wouldn't that be like the last thing they'd want to tell children to do? The whole reason they're down here is because of how dangerous stars are, right? Unless they're preparing these children to go to the surface? Wait, are these kids the Teletubbies? Is this where Teletubbies come from? They've been human children the whole time? No! So yeah, that is my theory. Teletubbies is actually a post-apocalypse where humans live underground and are turning children into Teletubbies and sending them to the surface to entertain giant sun baby gods.
Right.
Is that good? Is that what you wanted?
Right.
Did I appease you, Mr. YouTube algorithm?
Right.
Okay, I'm just gonna take that as a yes. Goodbye! Bye!
Tinky Winky.
Oh my god.